Hello students, today we are going to continue our poem Swallows Travel to and Fro by Robert Louis Stevenson. Let's discuss the objectives first, children. By the end of this session, you will be able to understand the central idea of the poem. You will also be able to understand the mood, tone, and the rhyme scheme of the poem. Now students, let's discuss the main points on which our central idea will be based. Now, what idea does the poet convey through this poem? You all know, idea of human interconnectedness. Which feeling does the poet evoke in us? The feeling of oneness. He says how everyone, no matter where they live, can relish in their relation through nature. How can one person find a connection with someone living on the other side of the world? One person through nature can find a connection with someone living on the other side of the world. And the last one, what same things do we all share, children? We all share the same sun, the moon above us. There are many other things also we have discussed. Dew, rain, etc. Now children, let's read our central idea. Stevenson crafted this poem with an idea of human interconnectedness in mind. He, through his poem, evokes in us the feeling of oneness. These are the first two questions which we have discussed before. Now next, he wants to demonstrate through his speaker that how everyone, no matter where they live, can relish in their relation through nature. One person through nature can find a connection with someone living on the other side of the world. Furthermore, he says that all of us share the same sun and the moon above us. Now, students, you will be able to write down the central idea in your own words, keeping in mind all these main points. You have to use all these main points in your central idea and frame it in your own words. Let's discuss the mood and tone of the poem. First, we will be discussing mood. Mood is the feeling created by the poet in reader's mind through the area of vocabulary and other elements. Children, mood is the feeling which the poet creates in us by using different vocabulary and other elements in his poem. For example, happiness, sorrowful, gloomy, etc. So children, this poem evokes in us the feeling of oneness. Now let's discuss the tone. The tone of a poem is the feeling conveyed by the poet towards the subject of the poem. So children, what is tone? Tone is the feeling which is conveyed by a poet towards the subject of the poem. For example, serious, humorous, amused, etc. So children, what is the tone of the poem? The poet, in an encouraging tone, has described human interconnectedness. So, in an encouraging tone, the poet has described human interconnectedness, how we humans are interconnected. Let's discuss the rhyme scheme of the poem. The rhyme scheme of stanza 1 is A, B. The rhyme scheme of stanza 2 is A, B. The rhyme scheme of stanza 3 is A, B, C, D. Rhyme scheme of stanza 4 is A, B, C, B. Students, you all must want to know how do we get this rhyme scheme. For this, we have to see all the stanzas. Let's see stanza 1 first. Now children, see the last word of each line. The last word of first line is fro, last word of second line is go, and last word of third line is blow. These three words are rhyming. Fro, go, blow. So we are going to give the same name A, and A to these three lines. And in fourth line, the last word is love. It is not rhyming with any other line. So we are going to give it new name B. So the rhyme scheme of stanza 1 is A, A, B. See stanza 2, children. Now again we will be seeing the last words of each line. First is fly, ply, I. These three are again rhyming, so we will give the same name A to these three lines. In fourth line, the word is above. It is not rhyming, so new name B. So the rhyme scheme of stanza 2 is again same, A, B. Now see children, stanza 3. Again see the last word of each line. Everywhere, fair, bare. These three are rhyming. So in 3 lines, we are going to give name A. In fourth line, the word is sun. It is not rhyming with any other word. So it is B. Wings. This is also not rhyming with sun, not with any of the other. So we will give it new name C. So the last word of next line is brings. It is rhyming with wings. So C. Last word of next line is things. It is rhyming with brings and wings. So C. Next is one. It is not rhyming with any other word. So this is D. So children, rhyme scheme of stanza 3 is A, B, C, D. Now let's see stanza 4. The last word of first line is will. Next is still. Next is hill. These three are again rhyming. So A and A will be the rhyme scheme of first 3 lines. And in fourth line, the last word is heart. It is not rhyming with any other word. So new name for it, B. Next is sight. It is also not rhyming with any other word. So this is C. Let's continue our stanza 4. See children. Night. It is rhyming with sight. So C. Delight. Rhyming with night and sight. So C. Next is apart. It is rhyming with heart. So B. So children, rhyming scheme of stanza 4 is A, B, C, B. Now I hope rhyming scheme is clear to all of you. Now children, take out page number 77. Time to enjoy. Second question, B part. There you are given something about poem Daffodils. See here. Here are 2 stanzas from William Wordsworth's poem. Let's read it. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their head in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling leaves in glee. A poet could not be but gay. In such a choking company, I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. Now children, what you are told here, you have to write few lines on the mood and tone of the poem as conveyed through these stanzas. Children, as you all have not done this poem Daffodils, so I'll let you know the brief summary of the poem. Then you have to write down in your own words the mood and tone of the poem. So children, daffodils are yellow colored flowers, and this poem is a simple poem. The poet, William Wordsworth, is struck by the beauty of daffodils. The description is full of feelings of wonder and delight at the sight of daffodils. When the poet saw these daffodils, he was very happy at their sight. He quite simply tells that the sight of daffodils fills his heart with joy. So on this basis only, children, write down the mood and tone of the poem. Now children, this is your homework time. What you have to do, you have to write down the central idea in your own words, and you have to solve question 1 and 2 of Time to Enjoy on the book. Thank you children, and have a nice day.